All right, I'm here with David Azizi from the law offices of David Azizi, and we're going to talk about a current event situation that doesn't necessarily happen in Los Angeles, but there are parts of California where it is snowing this time of year, and definitely all over the country we're getting some snow. On the East Coast, it snows quite a bit, but most of us have been in situations where we've had to drive in snow, and actually just as I was coming home tonight, I saw trucks putting down salt in the road, and a piece of salt hit my car. I was not very happy, but another story for another time. So the question today is for David, does the state have a responsibility to clean this snow and ice and debris off the road when there are natural conditions like there are out there in January and February?
Yeah, my understanding is that based on my research, Caltrans does have a statutory responsibility or authority to clear the roadways of any snow or ice. The next question is, if an accident or something occurs, is their responsibility? I would imagine that's your next question, correct?
That's right.
Right. In that degree, you cannot claim any negligence for any governmental entity. Anytime you need to bring a claim against a governmental entity, it has to be based on a statute or ordinance or some kind of a law where you can interpret and say, based on this law, the government had a responsibility because of their failure or omission or action, this type of injury occurred and they're responsible for it. They're very, how should I explain it? The type of cases that you need to look at them case by case because every case is different, and they're very complex, and you need to kind of look at the facts of the case, look at the surrounding, look at the history of the accidents there, look to see if the particular government employees took any particular actions that contributed to the accident. So one example I could give you is, let's say that the government fails to go ahead and properly clean up the roadway because of ice or snow. And as a result of that, you lose control of your vehicle, and there should have been a guardrail in order to protect you from going down the embankment. Well, and there had been prior accidents where cars slipped and went down the embankment because there was no guardrail and sustained severe injuries. In that particular situation, we can then come in and look at the history of the accident. Obviously, we've got to make a claim against the government and file a lawsuit and get all this information. But in that scenario, we then can establish and say, look, Caltrans or whatever city is involved, there have been sufficient amount of prior accidents here. You were on notice that the cars are slipping and going off this embankment area. A guardrail was necessary. You failed to put it up, and your inaction or action by failing to put one caused this accident, and therefore you're responsible for the accident. So overall, it's a case-by-case situation. I would highly recommend that whoever is involved in a situation like that where they believe the government has any responsibility to contact somebody like myself who has dealt with the government entity issues and file claims right away, because also you have a 6-month statute if it's any government. Federal government's a little bit different, but with state governments, you have 6 months to file a claim. And if you don't file a claim within that time frame, you're barred and you can't go even if you have the most severe injuries. So that's my recommendations with regards to these type of cases.
Absolutely, and David brings up a good point. The time frame is a little different when it comes to working with the government, the 6-month time frame. So rather than waiting that out and waiting for the car to get fixed and everything to settle down, and next thing you know it's July, you've only got 6 months. So contact a personal injury lawyer. The information will be above in this video for the law offices of David Azizi. There's a 1-800 number. The information will also be in the info box below for you to call toll free and discuss your case-by-case situation. And thank you for your time, David.
All right, thank you.